Good day, viewers at home. You're on to the gist with Mowanbe, and it's your favorite girl, Mowanbe. And today I am with someone quite interesting, someone fun to be with, an entrepreneur, CEO, brand owner, the person of. Can we meet you, sir?
Okay, my name is Mojola, creative director
So can we take a background check on you? Let's know what's up with your background. Let's know you.
Okay, I grew up in Ife, still studying in Ife, from a system,
Are you sure you're there? Okay, so your educational progression, your primary school, the schools you went to, let's know what has helped you to start a career for yourself at this young age.
Okay, well, I cannot actually attribute my career now to anybody because even when I was in secondary school, I had dream of being an academic teacher. Then when you enter school and you see some realities, things change.
So your line of career now is different from being an academician.
Totally.
Yes, that's nice. So let us meddle a bit. I'd like to know what's your relationship status? Are you in any relationship? Serious, something, you know?
Okay. Well, actually,
Oh, you're in a relationship, a serious one. So no chick can, come and.
no, everybody is single till married.
Oh, really? So tell us, what's your favorite meal?
Well, last year, let me see, I was very, very obsessed with jollof rice. But now I'm just neutral.
Anything goes.
Not anything goes, but again,
Anything tasty.
yeah, anything that makes sense.
So do you cook?
Ah, I do, but not every time. Just once in a while when there's a lot of free time. But most times, I just
So you're saying you're a very busy person.
maybe let's say that.
So tell us, what's your philosophy about life? What's that quote that keeps you going?
Well, I would just say that it's good to discover yourself. Once you know what you are made up of, it's easy for you to show it off to people. But if you don't even know what you have, it's difficult for you to show something to people. So that's just basically it.
So that's to say, self discovery
Yeah.
sort of helps you showcase yourself better. That's nice. So I'm saying, let's go a bit professional. What exactly do you do for a living? Let us know what you do for a living.
Okay, on the basic, I'm a graphic designer. I'm a streetwear designer. But then I do a whole stuff other things. But those are the basic things I do.
So what comprises of House of Mo in general? Is this all what you're saying?
Yeah,
Graphics, clothes
yeah.
designer.
Well, actually, the history of it is just combination of graphics and clothes. So that's what brings out the streetwear in the brand. So it's basically a streetwear brand.
Streetwear brand.
Yeah, so basically.
That's nice. So when did you start your profession, the career? When did you start?
I started in 2016.
That's about some 2 years from now.
Yeah, and then here we are now.
Wow. So just like you said earlier, that means you didn't see yourself going into streetwear designing. You just wanted to be an academician. You didn't see it coming.
Actually, it's not as if I didn't see myself, but then let's just say the course was not that clear until 2016 when I started. First, I started off as a graphic designer. Then later on, with my love for clothes and stuff like that,
You merged
then I
it.
matched the two things together and it became what it is today.
So, okay. Initially, when you started,
Mhm.
what were the challenges you were faced with? What were those obstacles?
The first thing is actually being a novice is not easy because when you start something, you don't know much about it. It's not that easy. So first, you have to get enough knowledge to not be a novice anymore. That's the first challenge. Then I cannot really say finance actually because most times initiatives like this, it's not really the money that makes the brand successful most times. Actually, how you can carve out or how innovative and how much you can improvise. So the money too was part of it, really too. Then, but the most important thing was just being a novice. It's not easy being a novice. do a lot of stuff that if you knew better, you would not have done. But then everything is a learning process. So that's it.
But what exactly then can you tell our viewers at home about career building, the career growth? What is your
Okay.
take, your experience?
Growth is a day-to-day thing. Growth is not something that happens in a week, in a month, even in a year. Something that we keep growing. Even till now, you keep growing. You don't wake
Wow.
up one day and you're there. It's not like a destination, it's a journey. So you keep moving. So the more you put the effort, your drive, the more you want to improve, and the test you have is what makes you grow. So it's a day-to-day thing. So the
Okay,
more you move, the more you
that's nice. So far so good. You've been growing.
grow. Okay.
So what exactly can you say brought your career, brought House of Mo to the limelight, made
Okay.
a lot of people know your brand on campus?
Okay, that should be my first collection. That was 1962 collection. That was the very first
Okay.
collection I had. So that was what actually made everybody know, okay, there is this guy, there is this Afro, there is this get. So that was the first
So what was that
collection.
collection all about? What
And
did you
1962 was actually about OAU. OAU
um,
was established 1962. So I just made that my debut, like, okay, the first one.
um,
It's just a story around the school.
so in the course of career building, what
Okay.
has been your most memorable moment and most embarrassing moment? Because of growing, some things will have happened. What's that
Actually,
moment of fulfillment and that
there's so many
you know,
there's so many moments, both good and bad. It's even hard to point out one particular moment as the best or the
but there should
worst.
be one key one really prominent
Actually,
one.
maybe let me just say that my first sale, that would be my first sale, the first sale of my 1962. That would be one of the best moments.
Mm,
And the fulfillment that comes with the fact that you are able to create something in your head and people appreciate it.
mm,
Then worst moments
nice.
are there's so many bad moments because in
Mm,
business is up and down. But I would just say the worst moment really was one particular job. It was a souvenir that actually the production went kind of south. So there was a backlash and debt and stuff like that. But then we were able to sort it out. So everything is
thank
all fine
God.
now.
So who can you say is your mentor, someone you look up to, and what got you attracted to that person?
Mentor. I don't exactly have a mentor like this is a mentor. But then I feel people that they're not even mainly fashion guys, but just few people that have done things that are incredible that I look up to. First person is actually my elder brother. So it's someone that actually has opportunity to do a lot of bad stuff. Let's just say he has the geniusity to do many bad stuff, but then he ended up pursuing a career of his own in the legit way, so to put it. And today he's at least
It's
doing very
doing
fine.
fine.
So that's I would say he's my number one mentor.
Wow, that's good. So, what inspires you to keep working? What's that one thing, that thing that keeps your zeal on? What's that thing that makes you want to do more for
Okay.
yourself and for your people?
Well, me, I would just say it's people's expectation of me that makes me keep wanting to do more because when you start something the first time and people appreciate it, people want it, then people expect more from you. And even the market around you, the way people regard you, and even your own personal ego most times comes into play when you want to be better and do better and beat the market and stuff like that. So it's basically people's expectation.
So, can you say you have a good or cordial relationship with other entrepreneurs like you on
Yeah,
campus, in town, and
yeah, of
all?
course. I'm very cool with everybody. Everybody.
So, you enjoy making more
Of course, of
friends,
course. I make
doing more.
friends almost every day. Like, I mean, a friend every new day.
Mm.
So it's
That's
something.
fantastic. So, what do you think is the best way to handle your patronizers, your fans, your customers?
Well, the first, to me, the most important thing in every business is customer service, customer care. So customers are the ones that are selling to. They're always right. And then your customer service determines people's response, the way you treat them. It's not just about selling goods to them. It's about relating to them, like being their friend. Because most times it's not about people don't buy because your stuff is lit alone.
Yeah.
When you guys have a very good relationship, people are motivated to buy from you. And people really buy your personality sometimes in your product. So that's the way it works. Interwoven
So
like
you
that.
get to be
Yeah.
cool
So
and
that's
cordial
why
with
you gotta
everybody.
be cool with everybody. Everybody.
So being a CEO, has it changed who Mojola is? Being a brand
Yeah,
owner.
yeah, it has in so many ways. Because firstly, I don't know, I'm not actually an introvert, but then I really like my own company a lot.
Your own space, your
Like I love to
thing.
be alone almost all the time. But then when you have a brand, you can't be in your house. You'll be the only one wearing your clothes and using your product. So you have to mix with people. So I feel that the whole brand thing actually brought out the social part of me. But then I was not really, I was just comfortable with myself. But now you have to mix with people.
So where do you see your career in the next 5 years? What do you hope for yourself and your brand?
Well, since I earlier said it's a day-to-day thing, so we keep growing every new day that comes. And in 5 years' time, I don't even plan to be around here. So, but then it's a day-to-day thing. So let's just take it one day after the other.
So being a CEO, being a student, how do you relax after all this hard work, series of hard? How do you just chill off and then?
Well, mostly what I do is I find my own space out of everything. So it's
Okay.
important to have moments to yourself where you are free from all the pressure of delivering or people calling you, expectations and everything. So that's the best way to relax. Once you're off the pressure, it's easy for you to calm down and now be Mojola and now you get
Yeah.
the more is the buzzing and the busy and the people calling you, looking for you kind of person. But then when you are the Mojola, you need to come back to yourself because at the end of the day, if you are serving people, you should not lose your own mind. So that's what
Yeah.
it is.
Some of our viewers at home are upcoming entrepreneurs.
Okay.
They are trying to. So, what do you have for them? What can you tell them so they can keep going and they will
Well,
not just give
the
up?
main thing is just that you should discover yourself, know what you want to do. Then you should always not compare yourself to other people. And you should understand that good success takes time. It's not an overnight thing. It's not a 1 month. It's not even a year thing. You get so it's you need to be ready to grow and leave the just forget about the hype. Just focus on the work because people get lost in the hype. Once you start, people start one few people start knowing you, start feeling like you're something and something like that. And then that's what kills you because the work is what brings the hype. The hype does not bring work. Yes, it's not the hype that does the work for you. It's the work that you put in that people will see. So it's important to keep your head down and just keep working. Forget about the hype. Yeah.
That's nice. So, work wise, what do you think your fans, our viewers at home, what do you think they should expect from you anytime soon?
Actually, I have a couple of projects I'm working on. They're actually a little bit diversified from what I'm already doing, but then it's going to be something good. So we should just look forward to it.
You should expect more. So, make a shout out, give us your Instagram handle so we can DM you, and then our
Well, I
viewers can
don't know. I
follow
don't know
you.
if I should start shout out because there's so many people that I would like to shout out to, but then just shout out to all my friends, customers, and well wishers, and people that have motivated me one way or the other. And shout out to everybody. So on Instagram, I don't really give out my personal handle so much, but then my personal handle is Mojola, Mo_Jola. Then
Okay.
House of Mo underscore Africa. That's my business page.
All right. Thank you for coming on our show. You can follow us on THE _gist _with _Mowanbe. Like our post, drop your comments, and see you. Stay tuned.